With that being said, we got Ty France sitting down with us right now. Our final interview of our week. We saved the best for last.
Caboose.
What's going on, man?
How we doing?
Awesome.
Well, we can't even see you. I mean, look at how small you are. It is just,
not that small.
It's all we can talk about. It's all anybody can talk about. What did you do? Where did you go?
Honestly, it was just a lot of diet. The diet. The workouts really didn't change too much. We added a little more strength stuff, but just kind of eating cleaner and kind of just got after it this offseason.
Stinks, doesn't it?
It's not fun.
It stinks.
No.
Who wants to eat cleaner? Like, don't you just want to be able to eat burgers the rest of your life?
Yeah, I mean, I used to be able to do that. I can't do that anymore.
I know, it catches up with you. It's crazy how all of a sudden one day you start getting older and you're like, oh, I can't eat like that anymore.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I think Coach Peterson used to say to me, you can't outrun a bad diet. So you could spend all these hours, but if you're putting fuel in your body that's, the sugars and the carbs and the burgers and the fats and the bacon and all the good stuff, it's really hard to outrun it. What did that commitment look like, in all seriousness? Was it a nutritionist? Was it, what exactly did you do kind of eating-wise and diet-wise?
No, a lot of it was just on my own. I just kind of went super simple. Just kind of looked for a lot of more protein-heavy foods, cut out the carbs and sugar, and I still ate my vegetables for carbs, stuff like that. But, it was honestly, I didn't change too much except for just adding more protein to the diet and knocking out
Where
the
do you
sugar.
feel it the most through this camp of being a little bit leaner, and where do you feel it
Just
the most?
moving around.
Yeah.
I feel a little quicker, a little more explosive. Did some speed training this off season, so just kind of seeing that translate. And I'm not a burner, but just being able to move around, feel athletic. It feels good. Not having that extra weight weighing me down.
Steal more bags than Cal this year?
I think I stole more than him last year.
Yeah.
So
I feel like this is a running competition.
Yeah.
Running.
Oh,
so
pun
to
intended.
speak. Yeah.
Pun intended.
What else did you work on? Because unfortunately, last year was not your best. I think that's. I don't think I'm breaking news there, and it's just such a bummer coming off of the year you had before. What did you do to try to get back to being that guy?
There was a lot that went into it. Like I said, we started with the diet change, the strength training aspect, and then we realized the swing just hadn't been the same for the last couple of years. So trying to figure out how to get that back and not necessarily be who I used to be, but I wanted to even be better than that and clean more things up because I knew, it had been a while since I felt like myself. So, fortunately the Mariners were on board with me going to Driveline. Got there, they did the whole, eval, I'm sure you guys saw me hit in my underwear. So,
that was nice.
The whole world saw you in your underwear.
No, I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yes.
No, that's good. So started there, and just it's amazing the technology that they have there and how quickly they're able to show you how inefficient your swing is. And we after the very first eval, they sat me down. We had almost a 2-hour meeting, and they said, "This is what we're going to do this offseason. This is how we're going to fix it."
By the way, I mean, you've been a successful major league hitter for a long time. Is that hard to hear that things are inefficient, that there's all these things you can do to clean up?
Honestly, no. That was the main reason I went there. I needed help. I needed that guidance. So I was all ears from the beginning. Everything they've wanted to do, I've tried. And if I didn't like it, the communication's been great. And to be honest, there's very little that I haven't liked. Like it's helped me a lot. I feel better. I feel cleaner. My mechanics feel cleaner. So, definitely just excited to get that in action.
The diehard Mariner fan, Ty France, here with us for a couple more minutes. The diehard Mariner fan that watches every one of these games and every one of your at-bats and listens to all of them, where will they hear it and where will they see it look different?
Hopefully the results. But as far as I cleaned up some of my stance, I'm a little quieter in the box, some less moving parts. And then, just hopefully
Less with your hands. It kind of felt like is it just stabilizing some or shortening any of that as well?
Yeah, there was a lot of scientific terms that they use over there, and they simplified it as best as they could for me, but just getting my whole body to work together. Whereas before I was very handsy. I would swing with my hands. I was very good with my putting barrel on the ball, putting the bat on the ball, and
Yeah.
sometimes that could be a curse. I'm swinging at pitches I shouldn't and putting balls in play that I shouldn't, and next thing you know, I'm 0 for 4. So just being able to put all that together and use my body correctly and sequence correctly, I think it's going to make a huge difference.
You must feel pretty confident coming into camp then.
Yeah, I mean, I typically I don't start hitting until probably early December. This year I started just after Halloween, so I started pretty early this year, and part of the reason was because going to Driveline, I wanted to make sure, I was in shape to, do the full eval. I didn't want the first time swinging in that off season being that eval. So, I started early. The first month was just my typical swing that I had in the past, and it took, all off season to kind of clean all that up.
Can we address some rumors that we've heard? I got 2 rumors I wanted to make sure we address. The first, I had heard that when you got to Driveline, you asked them to do the Happy Gilmore drill so that you could work on getting hit over and over again. Is that true?
No.
So you didn't do the
honestly,
Happy
I have actually backed off the plate this year.
Really?
Yeah. Now that my swing is cleaner and better, I don't feel like I need to cheat anymore to that outer half, and a lot of guys attacked me in last year with the hard stuff in, sinkers in, stuff like that. So being able to back off the plate and just give myself a little more space to work, and hopefully it means I get hit less. So.
I would imagine your wrist, arm, and back all thank you for that.
Yeah, I mean, well, clearly not. I already got hit in spring, so my second at bat. So
you just can't help it, can you?
Yeah. So I backed off the plate a little bit.
Cool.
And, hopefully that gives me a little more space to work.
And then we also heard that it's opening day third baseman. Is that right?
I'm here to do whatever I got to do to help the team win, whether that be third, first. But being able to come into camp, feel athletic again, being able to move my feet, the way I have so far, I feel like I could go back out there and play third again. Whereas last year, I knew I was playing first every day and didn't. Not that I didn't need to work at third, but there was no urgency for it. So. Being able to do that, I don't think I'm going to be the opening day third baseman, but if they need me to play third, I'm more than happy to.
That's pretty cool, man. That's a really impressive. I mean, obviously, I was joking about that being a rumor, but that's a really impressive view on it. A feeling that you've done enough of your own work that all of a sudden you can help the team potentially in a new way if called upon to do it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, our farm system's so deep, and we have a lot of young guys coming up that are really good athletes and good baseball players. So. There's really no holes in this lineup this year, so we're excited to get out there and I mean whatever I got to do to help this team win. We have big goals this year, and missing the playoffs last year was very disappointing for us, and I think a lot of us are still a little upset about that, and looking forward to getting after it this year.
Happy camp, happy guy.
So far, yeah.
It's pretty cool, man.
So far.
Thanks for coming by. It's good to catch up with you. It's good to see you, and just what a great story of what you did this offseason. I know we've gotten a ton of feedback from our listeners about it. Everybody wants to know about it. Everybody's really excited about it. So looking forward to seeing you up in Seattle in a couple weeks.
Sweet. Thanks, guys. I
There
appreciate
you go. Thanks so much. There's Ty France.